Hello. Hello, Belinda. Hello, Renee and Angie. Thank you. Good afternoon. Good early evening, I guess. Early evenings, soon to be dark. It's a dreary, gray, rainy day here in Florida. And I like it. I like it. I look forward to rainy days. We don't get many of them. Um, yeah, I think this is the first time it's rained since Milton was here. Hi, Kim. Good to see you again. Happy to see you again. We played earlier today. We used the light box, and I used the light box. Hi, Kathy. Um, and I used it to trace a picture of a person onto my jelly plate. And a light box is just mine just lights up and allows you to trace stuff easily. That's at least my understanding. And Beth had a totally different type of light box, and so did Miriam. But Kim and I had the same kind of light box or concept of a light box. And then the next thing we did was carve. And I got out that little tiny book on how to draw almost anything. And I drew a giraffe. And then I did the old, rubbed a pencil on the back of the paper and transferred the paper onto the stamp. And it came out pretty good. It's, I stamped it off. And then I stamped off a little strip of grass. So here's my giraffe stamp with a little piece of grass. Yeah, pitch black. Yeah. You're further north. Yeah, we stay lighter a little bit longer in Florida because when I lived in New York, it would be completely black in the middle of the winter. Yeah, I don't know. I colored in the eye, but anyway, that's the giraffe, and that's my grass. I've never done Carve December. I've never done that. I've done a lot of those things like Junk Journal July and stuff like that, but I've never done. Hi, Barbara. Good to see you. But I've never done the Carve December. I have. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I think I probably could scrounge up 31 pieces of something to carve. Oh, that's a good idea. Barbara's saving up some Zentangles. He needs a name, yes. I don't know. I can put him with Kubiba. Janice Johnson sent me some beads. I don't know whether you'd call them beads, but they're like beads, and they're on a elastic thing. And I put them around Kubiba's neck today, and they fit. But I don't know whether you can really see them around his neck, but there they are. Aren't those so pretty? Yeah, she sent me those a while ago, but aren't those pretty? They get a lot of neat little details. So I put those around his neck. So isn't that a pretty one? So he's going to wear that little necklace. So he's all blinged out. So that's what we did this afternoon. What did I do this morning? Well, I watched P&M. Can't remember what else I did this morning. Hi, Ampex. Yes, he is a cute bear. The bear. And so today's plan is to finish the neighborhood. Hi, Pam. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty fond of him too. I almost want to make another one. I mean, I kind of do, but it would not be. Yes, you did see me on feral cats today. Yes, we did the light box and we carved, and I carved a that giraffe thing, and this is the. I'll show it to you, but it's not. But this is the thing that I traced uh, using the light box. I had the light box. I put the jelly plate. On the light box, I put a picture of a model, and then I put the jelly plate, and then I traced that onto the jelly plate. We've done this before, and then I pulled it, and it really it's kind of weird, but that's kind of what it looked like. Her eyes are a little bugged out, but anyway, that's the other thing we did today. All right, so we're going to work on the neighborhood. We're going to finish the neighborhood. It's all good in the neighborhood. I was trying to watch my grandson's hockey games, but the Wi-Fi. I know it's an interesting print. It's a little weird. I used Amsterdam yellow, but I tried to watch my grandson's hockey game today, and he's in a tournament. He's out in Colorado, and their Wi-Fi was awful. It kept on freezing, and so I gave up on it. And then I was watching one of the games, and I know they must have played again. They must have played for the championship, but the woman filming it, I don't know. They won one game 10-0, and they beat this one team 10-0. I felt so bad for that other team, but my Reed's team has been in that position too. So let's do the houses. I was just looking through. I was trying to find the. See, there's another thing that uses Timmy people. Isn't that pretty? And this is this current. Okay, Yampex. I won't say have fun, but I'll see you. Yeah. I hope it goes well. See, these glasses, you're supposed to do something with these glasses. I think this is the challenge. For this next month, you're supposed to cut out these glasses and do something with them. But let's find the neighborhood. Yeah, here we are. Here's the neighborhood. And this came with it. And I tore that out. That's one of the pages you're supposed to tear out. So I tore that out. But now I'm going to stick it back in. So we're going to do the cover with little bits and bobs. Oh, I didn't see that. That's kind of cute. We could do that. And some more tickets. And, I have some measuring tape. It's in the other room. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to make the tags. And finish the neighborhood up. So I'll show you what we got so far. I got to put the back cover on. And then some celestial stuff. All right, let me put this down here. And this is the paper that I was going to use for the cover in the back, and I'm going to reinforce it. So, anyway, let's see if I can get this so you can see at least most of the neighborhood. It's going to be hard because I am zoomed out, and let's see. So let me make some tags. And but that's what we've got so far. And I added some butterflies to the houses, and I've got some other stuff here that we're going to add. And that's the cat stamp that I made. So I stamped out a black cat and a brown cat, and these little doggies are came off of Fun Foam. The fun foam stuff, I just drew the dog with a ballpoint pen and then stamped him out. So those little doggies are fun foam stamps. Okay, all right, let's. And I was talking to Kim, I was thinking, it would be fun to do this with several other themes. Yes, I know, and that's the only piece of that paper I have. All right, let's do this. Let's do some tags. I have it all kind of organized. So let me get out my organized stuff. Let me get out the bits and pieces. Look how organized I am. I even made a little envelope to put the little bits and bobs in here. And let me dump this out. Let's see what we have in here. Oh, the little balloons, remember? And some hats. Yeah. All right. And there's another little doggy. Maybe I'll stick him. Okay. And the balloons. And a mushroom. I thought I would put a mushroom here. Okay. Let's do some tags. And so I've got some tags ready to go. So let's glue some tags together. You can see what I'm doing, I hope. Let me see if I can move myself this way a little bit, maybe. This whole camera situation is very, 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 very wobbly and precarious. But let's do this. Okay. And these tags are Timmy tags, I think I bought a long time ago. And we can use heavy duty glue. Okay, I'll just do this. Okay. And we'll make some tags. So I hope you had a good week. I can't even remember this week. We didn't do much this week. I forgot to show up at a bridge game. Ugh, I didn't hear anything. I thought it was this week. And tomorrow's Veterans Day. I thank all the veterans. And I usually change my profile picture. Put a picture of my dad for Veterans Day because he was a veteran. So thank you to all the veterans. I was thinking back in my family, there's an enormous amount of military people. My grandfather, my father, my brother, my brother-in-law, my brother-in-law's father, my nephew, all served. I've got this little and it's pretty rough star stamp, but I think I'm just going to put that on here just for the fun. Yes. Well, I just finished reading The Women. Oh, God. It's heart-wrenching. It's about nurses, Army nurses in Vietnam. It's fiction, but I really feel it's probably like autobiographical kind of stuff. And that's kind of a little funky. I'll just stick a couple here. Actually 3. Right, Barbara? All right. And since I have string, I'll stick some string in. For just the heck of it. Throw some string on. Since the tags came with the string. So, yes. And Raoul was on Kim's, and they're putting together the New Year's Eve Streamathon lineup. So that's exciting. And what's even more exciting, I hope I can say, this will go in here somewhere, is, last year I came in, what do you think? I like that. I'll add a little color. I'm going to do a little foamy on that. I rang in the new year last year only because Janet Young didn't participate last year because I think she had company or something was going on with her fam. So I did the the whatever to midnight or 11 to 1, whatever. And but apparently she's participating, according to Raul, because when I asked him about it, he said, nope, she was going to do that. And then when she does that, that's when she reveals the scavenger hunt stuff, which everybody is always looking forward to, or I am, a lot of people. All right, so this is some cheap dimensional stuff. So I guess I will have the 10 to midnight. And I know exactly what I'm going to do, even though that seems so far, far away. It'll be here before you know it. So let's do a little dimensional stuff here. Like so. I like it when you do this because it gives it a natural shadow. Okay, Angie. Well, I'm glad you're still there and eating. That's a good thing. Taking sustenance. There, I like that. Okay, I might get some more of those. I made this. I think I might stick that in the back. All right. I'm so mad at myself. I didn't take pictures, but I worked on it during the chat rooms, and I covered a box. I bought my sister-in-law a really nice weekend bag. And I wasn't sure how nice it was going to be, but I opened it in front of the ladies, and it was really nice, very nice. And she loved that color too. And it was kind of like a purple color, but it came in one of those really neat boxes. Oh, super, Renee. Oh, I'm so excited. Great. Good for you. Yay. So I covered one of those really neat boxes that opens up, and it's got the flaps in it. But I covered the whole thing. I collaged the whole box. And my sister-in-law is really a very fashionable woman. She's the same age as I am. Well, she's turned 76 today, and I'll be 76 in March. So anyway, I covered the whole thing, and with a lot of Vogue model type of pictures, and she loved it. But I didn't take pictures of it. But I guess it was Janice, maybe. I think it was her idea. But the inside of the box, I covered the whole inside of the box with stickers. It was great. Oh my God, I had so much fun. And I used the botanical stickers, so I covered the whole bottom and sides of the inside of the box, all with the stickers that come out, that antiquarium, and it was the botanical book. And I used up a whole shitload of stickers. And yeah, she liked it a lot. She really did. I'm going to put some flowers here. See, some flowers, right? That made me think of it because it came out of that botanical book. Yep, she liked it a lot. Here's another one that I made, and it says breathe in. And it's made out of an old Timmy thing. I made that at the end of, maybe I'll put the stamp here. Put a stamp, put a star inside of a star. Yeah. And she said to me, you're not going to believe what I'm going to do. And I said, what are you going to do? I said, you're going to sell your house? She said, no. She's going to go on a cruise. But one of those like really exclusive cruise. That's good. Crocheting and watching is a wonderful thing to do. So she's going on a cruise. But the cruise ship only has 750 passengers. So that's really very exclusive. And she's going to fly from Orlando to Marseille. It's a movie cruise. She's a movie buff. Anyway, they're going to show movies, and she's going to cruise from Marseille, France. She's flying. That's right. She's flying. Oh, good for you, Dana. You just booked in Alaska. Hi, Roseanne. Welcome. So she's going to go from Marseille, France to London, and then lots of different stops along the way. And they're going to show movies, I guess, but not in the evening, so you won't miss out on all of the shows or something. I think that's what she told me. But anyway, and she's going in June. And I said, that's wonderful. And she said she doesn't like cruises, and I said, well, gee, if you ever do that again, talk to me. She said, oh, no, I'll never do it again. I don't like cruises. I said, okay. I don't know whether I could afford it, though. But anyway, I think she said it was going to cost. What did she say it was going to cost? A lot. Like $15,000 or something like that. Alaska. That's going to be great. Now you'll fly from Orlando to Seattle and get on the ship there, Dana? I get a little tiny, I think. Is that probably how that's going to work, Dana? Or would you go from Orlando to Vancouver and then cruise up that way? My parents went on an Alaskan cruise. And again, they're not cruise people, but they loved it. Wow, that is such a great deal. Wow. Good job. Very nice. That doesn't, I'm assuming that doesn't include the airfare, but still, that's a great price. Hi, Debbie. Good to see you. Debbie's been busy. She's published a book, right? And it's a Amazon. You published it through Amazon, I do believe. I forgot to do this. Some people don't like to do this, but I'm one that like to do the highlighting stuff. I just think it makes all the difference in the world if I remember to do it. Probably should have done it around that mushroom, but oh well. So Leslie's going on a cruise. And then, so I drove down to Vero Beach, and that's where we meet. It's like halfway. We meet for lunch every once in a while. But anyway, so that was a nice trip. Had a lovely lunch at a great restaurant called the Grills, Ocean Grill. It's right on the ocean, literally right on the ocean. We were eating lunch and the ocean was like right there in Vero Beach. So it was nice to see her. And she's still working. Hi, Lydia. Because she can, and she enjoys her job. So she said, why not? Why shouldn't, I mean, so she enjoys her job. So I had a nice visit with her. And I always take the scenic route. I don't like driving on 95. I guess I'm getting old. In the olden days, I'd get on 95 and go 85 miles an hour. The speed limit is 75 on 95. At least it is down here. But I went US 1. Hi, Janet. US 1's kind of like the scenic route. It's not A1A that really goes right along the ocean, but US 1 actually goes from, ooh, I don't want to, let's see, can I go that behind there? Maybe I should put, US 1 goes from, it starts in Key West, Florida, and it goes all the way up to Maine. Route 1. So, anyway. Trying to think what else happened this week. Nothing much. It's kind of a low-key week. I got some hots here. I might put the hot on the house. As my bridge instructor would say, hot. This woman's got one of the thickest. Maybe I'll do one of the dimensional things. She's got a really thick New England accent. There was something. Oh, I know what else I was going to. So my son and grandsons are coming for Christmas. Now, I'm paying for their airfare, which is kind of like the Christmas present. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it's 70-ish. I think it's 70. It may be 75. Maybe Dana knows. It's crazy to have a speed limit of 75 when half the people driving are over 75. My brother calls the old people in Florida Q-tips because all you see is a little white head that looks like a Q-tip. But I want to have something for them, you know. But they're at that age. So Safia gave me a great idea inadvertently. They're playing they're playing one of the newer board games. I mean, I didn't really, and then Safia sent me a link of all these board games that are out there. Oh my God. I know Monopoly, and Risk, and maybe Parcheesi and Sorry and Clue. But oh my gosh, she gave me a couple of links where they were reviewing and talking about other games. I've never heard of any of these. I mean, none of them. I've never heard of them. And so I thought that I would buy each one of us a game for Christmas. And then while they're here, we can play the games. And my son, Richard, let's see, what do we want to put that? Maybe over here. Let me see so you can see. Put the little heart on. Okay. He literally, and it's going to sound weird, but he literally collects visiting zoos, if that makes sense. Wherever he goes, if there's a zoo, they're going to visit it. So he travels from Salt Lake City area to southwestern New York, driving, and they hit all the zoos along the way, and he collects, he gets magnets, and he's got, oh my God, I'd have to ask him, but he has visited tons and tons of zoos, and that's his thing. He loves visiting zoos. And I was going through these games, right? Reviewing this game, and there's a game that's called, well, I think it's called Noah's Ark. And it is this amazing game. It's got 5 stars, incredible reviews. And what you do is you build, he's going to love it. You build your own zoo. And you build the zoo, get animals to come to your zoo, bring zoos to your animals and promote your zoo. And I guess the object of the game is to whoever brings in the most money and the most people to visit your zoo wins the game. It's massive. I'm not sure I have a table big enough for the game. I'm probably going to set it up on the table out on the porch with some side TV tables on the side to handle all of the stuff. So I put that in my cart, and it was pretty expensive, but I think it should be really cool to play. So I got the zoo game. And then Safia and her family are playing a game called El Grande. And she said they're really enjoying it. Hi, Joyce. And I'm going to get that one also. And I put that in the cart. And there's some really funny games too. I mean, really funny games. They had a whole bunch of stocking stuffers. And one of them is you get got or something like that. I have 2 grade and the other 16. Have no idea what to get them for Christmas. Yeah, it's a hard age, and they're probably not going to sit down and play a game. But these games are like, they've got like, oh my God, they have a Lord of the Rings game. Oh my gosh, you should see it. It's very expensive. It's like $90. And then they have a Lord of the Rings card game. And then they have, anyway, it's just, bottom line, my mind was blown. I never knew that all of these different games existed. Puzzles too. They have puzzle games. And the Sheriff of Nottingham is a great game too. Okay, all righty. I'll have to look that one up too. I mean, there's just so many new games, and they're not your old Monopoly and Risk type games. They're totally something totally different and new. So that's what I thought. I'd get 4 games, 1 for each of us, and then we can, play games in the evening. And then they can take them home with them. Yes, jigsaw puzzles on your phone. That's kind of fun. Yeah, I've seen that. We always had why does this keep clogging up? Because they don't put the pin in it, and I've lost the pin. That's right. I've got lots of pins, as you know. We always had a jigsaw puzzle set up in the wintertime. It was in a card table by the front door. And you'd stop by and put a piece in, or, every once in a while. And I told you, my grandfather, who thought he was hysterical, he would take a picture. He would take a couple of pieces when we first set up the puzzle. And then we'd all be looking for those pieces at the end. And then he'd come in and, put them down. And he'd go, ha, ha, ha. And we'd go, oh, yeah, you're really funny. Not. He thought that was hysterical. None of us did. Oh my gosh, see, look at you. Our family has canister wars once a month. My nephews brought a board game where you pick pieces and make a quilt. Oh my gosh, how cool is that? Wow. Jeez, that is so cool. Well, that's another possibility. I like the idea of making a quilt. That's really cool. Oh, there's a way to, oh, okay. Oh, the puzzles? Have you, the very first time I ever heard of Mod Podge, I had bought a puzzle, and and it was a puzzle of Times Square in New York City, and it was really a neat puzzle, and it had the like the all the buildings and all the ads and everything, and I loved the puzzle. It was so pretty that I wanted to. Yes, I saw that, a Jingo style Uno. I saw that. Yep, and so I wanted to preserve that puzzle, and I went online to see how you preserve the puzzles. And I mean, I wasn't crafting, and I knew nothing about Mod Podge, but that's what they recommend, that you to preserve the puzzle. So I sealed it with Mod Podge, and I made it, a solid puzzle. Okay, let's see. Should we stick another? Let's see. All right, let me do this. Let's see. Oh, these are little hearts. Another heart stamp. I'm going to glue that on there. Yeah. So I thought that was a pretty good idea to just get a bunch of games, and because we played some games the last time they were here. Well, I have Monopoly, but it was the World War II version, and Richard said he was a purist. He didn't like the World War II version. Instead of building hotels, you build barracks and headquarters. And so it had a World War II theme to it. I thought it was pretty clever, but he didn't really think it was that cool. So anyway, hopefully that that zoo game, and I'm going to get El Grande. And it's like Spanish medieval kind of stuff. And then they have games that look like Risk, but they're with like medieval knights and stuff like that. And anyway, I mean, I was just type in, board games, and you will be surprised at what's out there. Nothing like, I never knew. Well, honestly, I never gave it any thought. But anyway, it's pretty cool. And there's these two guys that do a lot of the reviews, and they're British guys, and they are really, really, really very funny. Very, very funny guys. And they've developed a couple of games themselves. And I have to finish making my game too. I have to do that. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I did buy a board, a blank board, and I don't know how I'm going to do all of that. See, when my mom was alive, she loved Tom Kincaid, so I together for her. Oh, what a great idea! You see your yellow house again. Oh, this back here, is that your yellow house? I think that's your. Oh, that's a wonderful idea. How sweet. That is great. What a wonderful idea. Let's put some stamps on this, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Let me tear the stamp. Actually, you know what I should do? I should use real stamps. That's a beautiful idea. And that guy's very prolific. There's lots of Thomas Kincaid stuff. Let's get a real stamp, shall we? I meant to get these out anyway. Ugh, if I can get to my... Ooh. I've got a stamp book here. Let's see. Oh, wow. This looks really cool. I'm looking at this in my... on my iPad. This looks really great. I have to say myself, I'm really happy with it. All right, let's get some stamps. I don't think you're going to be able to see me. Well, wait a minute. I can get this little basket out of the way. This is going in the back of it. There'll be a little celestial stuff in the back. Okay, let me move this over here. Okay. And let's see if we can't get put some real stamps down. Stick those on. Maybe I could stick one on a house or something. Yeah, okay. I did a watercolor today. I started it the other day and I finished it, and it came out of that watercolor abstract book. And it's of a town, it's of buildings and everything. And I actually liked it. I liked it so much that I matted it, because I bought a bunch of mats. And they were packaged beautifully. I got a whole bunch of mats and I matted it and I framed it. That's something I never do. Never. Because I really, and it's hanging in my kitchen above the light switch. So I see it every time I go into the... Yes, we could do Trivial Pursuit, but it would be hard because Callum's only 11. So I don't know how well he would do with Trivial Pursuit, but I know there's Trivial Pursuit that's, that has younger ages. But I think this is going to be very interesting with these games. And let's see. Oh, look, here's one that has a little BB on it. A little tiny, a wee baby. Look at that. Put a little baby. How about that? I'll stick a little baby on here with a heart. Of course, right? Not child appropriate, yeah. Well, my grandmother taught me how to play canasta. But it was all, I would watch her play with her friend, but it was a long time before my hands were big enough to hold all the cards, because as you know, you pick up two and discard one. And but eventually I was able to play canasta. That's a good card game. And I've been teaching myself two of the more popular bridge conventions. So on Monday night, when I play with my new bridge partner, Lois, I will tell her that I am ready to play the Jacoby transfer and the Stayman move. If I can keep them straight in my head. Yes, you see those? Isn't that interesting? I fussy cutted that out. Yes. VWXY. And I'm going to use that because I just thought it was, I cut that out a long time ago. So I'm going to stick that on one of these things. Maybe it doesn't make any sense, but I don't care. It doesn't have to make sense, does it? Nope, it doesn't. I can stick it anyway. Maybe I'll stick it on one of the tags. But yes, you do see that. Good eye. Yeah, that was a little serious. I got a little carried away with that. I don't know why, but I did. All right, we'll stick this one here, like so, maybe. All right, and let's see. And I got another one here. Another little butterfly. Let's stick that on here, like so. Random is good, yep. Works for me. But this has been a lot of fun. I mean, I kind of like the concept of all the little pieces. Is Angie leaving? Okay. Bye, Angie. You take care. Well, I don't want to color. Maybe this one's not going to. Well, I don't want to cover up that lady. Yeah, let's see. How about, yeah, this can go in here. Yeah, that'll go there. That's fine. All right. Okay. I think we're getting filled up. I put one on an angle like that. You can't see it, but let me glue those in. Let me glue those down. Like, oh, let me got a couple of more stars. Let me stick on a couple of these little tiny stars. They were little tiny die cuts. So let me stick on a star here. A little star here. Okay. Oops. Oh, well, that fell. That's okay. That's fine. Oh, I know. I started saying, Kim and I were talking about this, and wouldn't it be fun to make a with several dice, cards, dominoes, a few, yeah, multiple games from those. Yeah, absolutely. Well, we played Monopoly at the end of the school year in my economics class. We played Monopoly after they'd gotten all their work done. Obviously, this was the end of the year, and they were seniors, and they were. And the funniest thing was to listen to and observe my American students teach my Chinese exchange students the game of Monopoly. And that was interesting because Monopoly is pure capitalism, and the Chinese students were it was a learning curve, the whole concept, and it was funny to overhear them teaching them how to play Monopoly. Well, you buy this building and you own it. And what? You mean you? Oh, yes. And it was cool. It was very cool, and they excelled. And I also had a wonderful stock exchange game that was devised by the Wall Street Journal, and we played that on and off. I gave each kid $100,000 bank, and then we had very lengthy discussions. If you're going to invest in the stock market, are you going to invest in products that you use? Stock market, yeah, buy and sell stocks. And are you going to buy companies that are environmentally conscious? Are you going to buy stocks in products that you use? So if you wear Nike shoes, are you going to buy Nike? So we had all these discussions as to what kind of stocks would you buy and such. And I had a parent come up to me and then there's Teresa. Hi, Teresa. No. And Teresa was one of the people that played that one. I haven't finished it. I'm going to. I bought a board. I bought a blank board. And I bought some blank playing cards. So because right now it's on a pizza box, and yeah, Teresa played that inaugural game, and so did Mrs. Gigi. Remember? And I think it was Carol, me, you, Mrs. Gigi, and I think Mrs. Gigi won. I want to make that. I'm just trying to figure out how to, whether I should cut out pictures and do like a collage background. But the name of the game is, I don't think I cursed, but I think the name of the game is Where Is My Mail? And I've got a guy leaning over his post office, because this was during COVID and mail was getting lost and not delivered. And I'll show it to you. It had a lot of twists and turns and strategies. Oh, I named it, okay, because everyone was buying stuff, a lot of packages, and it was kind of a takeoff on Where in the World, oh shoot. Where in the World is Carmen? Yeah, Where in the World is Carmen San Diego? No, Diego? Anyway, so here it is. And I have a map, obviously. And I got this little guy, Where in the World is my package? And when I cut out the map, I was looking for places where people that normally, that are fibs. So Casey, Georgia's on here somewhere, because that's where Aunt Bex lived. And I've got where Roy lives and where Joyce lives, Janet lives, and I also have where Mary Lou lives. Here's a bit and pieces of Rhode Island, and I think I have Illinois up here anyway. So here's the game. It's crazy, but this is the board. And so the goal is to get your package over to Europe and get through customs. That was the goal of the game. So that's my game. And I used all this post office stuff. Anyway, that's the dead letter office. That's an actual picture. It's a little rough. See? I guess it was in a pizza box. We'll have to work on that. And then these are the pieces. I cut cards in half and made so, and I had the little dominoes, and I printed out pictures of a little mail truck. And those were the little mail trucks. And here are the dice, and these would, you'd throw this, and if your land had a D, then you'd have to go to one of the towns on the map that began with a D, and then you either go by boat or by plane, and you have all sorts of hazards. Flat tire, lose a turn, all sorts of hazards. Fog, lose a turn, and free pass. And so I had all these hazards. Clear sailing ahead, move ahead 2 spaces. Let's see. one package confiscated going through customs. Anyway, yeah, I mean, so I went on Amazon and I bought a blank a board, which would be the size of a regular board game. I could have gone to a Goodwill and bought a board game. But you can see here I have like air delays, ground delays. You roll the dice, and number 1 is on time takeoff. Number 2, de-icing, lose a turn. 3, fog, lose a turn. 4, on time takeoff. Number 5, you roll a 5. Cargo handlers on strike. Number 6, high winds, lose a turn. So I had all these little hazards. There's JFK Airport, and there's a map of it right there. Anyway, so if you threw a D, you'd go to Danby, New York, anyway. Yeah, that's and I took some notes. I have lots of notes from when we played it and critiques and stuff like that. You can see I wrote all sorts of notes. But after seeing some of those games, oh my God, those games today, when I was looking at those games, oh my Lord, the artwork on those games. Signed, sealed, and delivered about Floyd. Oh, okay. Was that a show? I'm trying to read this. That's cool. So you could, you could almost win, and then you could. Yes. Oh, I'm glad you did play. It just needs more strategy. And there is some strategy, but I'm not really good at thinking of strategic things. But there is a little bit of strategy in figuring out and playing the game, but it needs a lot more. All right, let's stick this. Let's stick these up here, okay? We'll put the random show and movie, okay? Oh, they had another game. What was called Bug Mind. It was really weird, and it had bugs in it, like cockroaches. I had a cockroach that greeted me at 2:00 this morning when I was getting up to feed Miss Lily. It's a weird looking cockroach. I've never seen this variety before, and this is not the first time I've seen this type of cockroach, and it's really gross. They're all gross. All right, let me just glue these down, and then we'll work on the cover. Oh my God, look at the time. What time is it? Oh, it's 6:00. Oh my gosh, plenty of time. Okay. Let me see. Let me move this. Oh, look at this stamp. Isn't this adorable? It's a Japanese stamp. You see that? Look at that. Isn't that the cutest little thing? Hi, Adria. We have to use that. Ooh, we can go here with the little girl. Yeah, that'll go right there. All right. Okay, you can have that little stamp, honey. That's just for you. Yeah, okay. Let's get this right. Get the string out of the way. Yes, there. That's adorable. The little girl with the little thingy. Okay. My stamp. Stick that there. Okay, let me. This. Yep, I can go back there. Yeah, it can. Yeah, it can. Whoops. All right, let me put this. Let me move this. Oh, I got those balloons too. Those ones we made last week. I got those too. That were. I did them both sides. Oh, we can, maybe they can go on the cover. You know? Okay. Whoops. All right. Let me move this back over here so I can glue those tags down. Okay. Okay, that's going to go there. Yep. Okay. Let me see. All right, it's going to go down here like so. All right, Renee. Need food. I need food too. Oh, I finished the cream of potato soup. Oh, God. Is that good? Oh, man alive. I will be making that again. Damn good. And I have leftovers from my lunch from yesterday. Beautiful shrimp salad sandwich, shrimp salad. So I'll finish that with a nice couple of slices of tomato. So I've got my dinner all ready. Let's see. Oops. All right. Let's stick this down here. This needs something else. I think it does. What else? How about another star here? Yeah. Oh, that looks. Oh, that I like that. Okay, I'll do that then and put that there. So I keep on starting to tell you this, and I keep on getting sidetracked. Kim and I were talking about, wouldn't it be cool? And I might do that to do this again, right? But do it with. No, there's no post office. That's funny. No post office. This is just the neighborhood. But I was thinking, wouldn't it be neat? You can make another one that would be like, well, I didn't even think about that, but it could be like a post. You could do it with a small town where you could have the post office and a diner and maybe a stationery store or a police station, a fire station. But the one I was thinking that would be really neat would be a Christmas one with, sleds and Christmas trees and like maybe Alps in the background and skiers, people walking with skis on their shoulders, and do a whole winter ski kind of theme. I think that would be pretty cool too. That's what I was trying to relay to you. Yes, it's a very busy neighborhood. Certainly is. But that would be kind of fun. You could build the neighborhood. I mean the town. That would be fun. I don't know, Teresa. That sounds like that may be something that happened to you. Were you driving on the wrong side of the road? Oh, there you go. Yeah. The sled broke down. I had to deliver some of the packages for him. Yeah, it is getting. I love it. Oh my gosh, it looks. I think you can get a good idea of how cool this looks. I think. I'm having so much fun. I made the theme of my third clip art book, houses and buildings. Oh, okay, good. Oh, that's what you're doing. You're doing clip art. Now, of course, we got to have a church. Yeah, with a nice steeple on it. Mm-hmm. And a town hall. What else would you have in a small town? Well, you have to have the local bar, diner, laundromat. I'm trying to think what would be in a local ice cream shop. Ooh, yeah. Library, yes. Yes. Well, I'm trying to picture a grocery store. Whoops, I stuck that in the wrong. Is that the right thing? Does this go on here? Anyway, trying to think about the small corner store. Yeah, the small town that I lived in before I moved down here. Starbucks. No Starbucks. Maybe a local coffee store, a library, a little coffee shop, like a diner type of thing, a schoolhouse. Yeah. And you could have a town square, right? A grocery store. Yeah, I'm trying to picture the town that I lived in before I moved down here. I lived on Maple Street, and at the end of the street was the restaurant and bar restaurant type of thing called the Caesar House, and next to that was Ryan's Supermarket. It still had the wood floors, and then next to that was a little gift shop, and across the street was like an old-timey department store, and on the corner of that was a gas station, and then next to that was the library, and the fire station, the volunteer fire station was just down the block, and then there was the local bank. Yeah. Hardware store, yes. Yes, Kathy, there was the greatest, most wonderful old-fashioned Ace hardware store run by a family, grandfather, son, and grandson ran this. I could spend hours. Fernsdale, yeah. I could spend hours in the grocery store. I mean, this was your classic grocery store. You could buy barbed wire to a toaster and everything in between. And those guys knew where everything was. I actually bought an aluminum extension ladder, where you can push it up. I bought an aluminum extension ladder, and I walked home with it. That's how close it was. I bought it and I carried it home. Walked down Main Street down onto my little street with the extension ladder. The Ost family, OSTE, ran the hardware store. Yes, you could do that. Yep. That's going to require a pretty big base or two glued together. Well, this is two glued together. Well, you can have them, just think about it. You could line them up, right? You could have this and then have another one that would be next to it, and then another one next to a flower shop, pet store. Yeah, you could go on and on and on and on. Bemis Point, New York. Whoops. And it was on the lake, so it had like boat stuff, marina stuff. Had the surf club, and it had the Italian fisherman, and Ye Old Hare and Hound, which was the restaurant that I worked at. I think I was telling you about what they did. They would have you could make reservations and to have a whole turkey dinner, family style at this restaurant, and you'd get your own turkey that you could carve, or we would carve it for you. And then the best part about that, they would wrap up the leftovers, and you could bring your leftovers home. And that's what they're doing here. They're having a Thanksgiving buffet, which is filled up. But for $13, they will put together a leftover platter for you to take home. And they're doing the same thing. If you want to have a Thanksgiving dinner, with the whole turkey, 12 to 14 pound turkey and all the sides at the club, you know what they want for that? $175. But that would be enough to feed, 10 people. But anyway, they had a few of those left. Hi, lovely Crafting Lodge. How are you? Welcome. Yes, VFW, Lions Club. Well, you were thinking of all of the things, that are in a small town. Absolutely. Yeah. Because Bemis Point, that's the name of the town, Bemis Point. Oh, it's a little bit too big. Can I stick? No, I can't stick that because this gets glued onto the. That go behind? No. Maybe over here. Because I don't want to cover up. Let me stick this over here. And I got a skinny one I can stick right here. How's that? Sounds like a plan? Or I could stick. Who? No, I think I'll stick this here. And I'll stick this one off on the side because I don't want to cover up that yellow house or the little kids. All right, I'll stick this here on the edge. All right, that's the plan. A barn to dance in. Well, there were barns just outside of town. There was. Mm-hmm. And we forgot the little red schoolhouse. Got to have the schoolhouse. And a little league field, a little league ball field. That would be crazy. Or you could just you could have them side by side. And then you'd have, yeah. And you could do the same thing. You could do basically the same concept that, what's used here. Different, roof lines, and then do the, roof lines for the various buildings and such. All right, I like that. Okay, let's make this tag. Then we'll put the covers on, and then maybe this can go on the front because I'm running out of space to put all my stuff. I had a lot of stuff. But that can go on the cover. All right, let me make the little taggy here. Go between the. This is a Lee jean tag. And that can go right there. All right, I like it. I'll put some. And I have. Do I cover up the Lee? Yeah, I think I will. What do you think? Should I cover up the Lee with this? I don't know. Who? Hi, Dave. Surprised to see you. How did hockey go? DLR is my son from Boston. What's on the red thing? It's a ticket. It's just a fake ephemera. Keep in sight. If you leave your seat, please carry this with you. It's a ticket. It's a fake ticket. Yes, I am going to cover it. I'm building a little house. This is just a we've been talking about. Oh, good for you. Good for you. Undefeated. Wow. I don't know how Reed made out. He was in a tournament too, and their Wi-Fi was awful, and they kept on freezing. And it looks like they were going to go to the finals, but I don't know how they made out. I have no idea. The woman that was filming it was having a hard time. Oh, Renee, I'm blushing. I was telling Dave's a big gamer, board gamer. Well, I was talking about with Rich and the boys coming for Christmas. Oops, a friend who lives in London, she just turned me on to like a review of all of the new board games. They made the championship. Oh, okay. They made the championship. Did they? So you don't know whether they won or not. They made the championship. And I started listening to all these reviews of all of the new board games that are out there. My gosh, they are just amazing. So I thought when they come for Christmas, I'm going to buy 4 games, technically one for each of us. And have you heard of El Grande, Dave? Because that's the one that Safia and her family. Yeah, they made the game of the tournament, so no additional travel. Oh, okay. Because she just bought that, and she and her family are playing it. She's got an older daughter. Oh, and it's fun. Okay. And she's got a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old, and they've played it. They liked it. And then, so I was thinking of getting that. And then I think it's called Noah's Ark, where for Richard, you build a zoo. And the object of the game is whichever zoo brings in the most money and has the most visitors wins. But the object, you build a zoo and you get animals and you design your zoo. Have you heard of this? It's unbelievable. So I'm thinking of getting I've got the zoo one in my cart. I got the El Grande. There were some other ones that were just really a lot of fun. Just get got, and you challenge people to do like silly things, and it's a game that goes on, like you can play that the whole time they were here. Anyway, my mind was blown. I mean, I'm still thinking Monopoly and Risk, but man. Okay, sorry. All right, so here is doesn't it sound perfect for Richard? So here it is. You can kind of see it. And all right, so we're gonna cover it up. Close it up. And these were games that were for 23. laugh. Oh, I did. I just come in. Yes, we're talking board games. And I was telling everybody, I was listening to those links that you sent me and enjoying them, and getting some games. And I was just telling them about you playing El Grande. I'm going to get El Grande. And my oldest son is in here, and he's played El Grande. And there's a Lord of the Rings game that's massive. Oh my God. I don't know whether Richard never, I don't think he was ever into the Lord of the Rings stuff, but that's another game that was just huge. And this zoo game is, I don't think I have a table big enough. We're going to have to set it up with the TV tables to accommodate everything. All right. But I'm so enjoyed those links that you sent, Safia. I mean, I've watched a lot of those, other reviews, because that link leads to another link that leads to another link. You know how that goes. Let's see, what else do I have in here? I think that's everything. Yeah, I just made this out of the. Oh, okay, that's great. So you're going to get your husband to join in. Super. Love it. That's great. Yeah, I think that'll be fun. And in the evenings, we can play some board games, and then they can take them home. We'll put some hearts next to this lady, because that piece is just hanging there, and that's okay. All right. Let me move this out of here so we can put this top on, this cover on. Oh, I bet you she did love your bear. Oh, I'm so glad you took the bear to show her, Becky. That's so cool. I put the necklace. I know. It is amazing. And some of them just seem so fun and just silly. I bet you she loved it. Janice sent me a necklace with, it looks like ceramic beads or like rock beads, and I put those on Kubiba. I put them on my bear, and it looks really good. He looks really. All right, so this is going to go here. So let's finish this up here. How are we doing on time? We're doing fine. Okay. Well, I tell you what. Why don't we do the cover? Dave doesn't know this. Dave, this gets all. It's a book, and it gets all folded up like so. And it's a little book, and when you open it, it just opens up into this beautiful little village of all this. Look how cool that looks. Oh, I love it. It's so cool when you open it and you see all the little layers. Yeah, those two guys that did the reviews, they were so funny. And I guess they've invented a couple of games. And yeah. Okay, let's do the cover. Kuba. I think it's Kub. No, it's Kubeba. Yeah. Kubiba. I know it's Kubiba because I sewed it on his foot. Kubiba. That's Swahili for bear. And see the necklace that Janice sent? I put that on him. Doesn't that look cool? So, this is my slow stitched bear that we did. Kubiba. All right, let's make a cover. All right. So I have an extra house, a hoose. So this is going to go on here. And we got an extra tree that'll go on here. And put another tag that goes on here. Bye, Dave. Thanks for stopping by. That was quite a surprise. Thank you. It's good seeing you. We didn't get to play this weekend because he was in a hockey tournament. And so was his nephew. The whole family was out playing hockey. Let's see. A little star here. Another little doggy here. I think it'd probably be better, and I'm thinking it'd probably be better to do the inside and then put this on the outside. Then that wouldn't be, yeah, I think I'll put all right, that's what I'm going to do. All right, I'm going to do this. All right, let's do this. All right. Yeah, that was nice. All right, let me turn this upside down. Let me get rid of this. And let me trace this. Yeah, okay. Oh, I forgot to glue that down. All right, I'll do that. I'm really happy with how this came out, I must say. Isn't that Martin Short's character on Saturday Night Live, who had his pants pulled up around his, and he had the, that hairdo with the big howlick in the front. Oh, I can just picture him. And he used to say, I must say, did anybody remember the name of that character? Because now he's in Only Murders in the House with Steve Martin and Selena Gomez. Okay. I must say. Ed Grimley. Yes, I must say. Ah, ha, ha. Very funny. There you go. I know. It's all, well, is there not going to be another season? I just finished watching the last season. Well, I guess not, because he's going to go off, right? Because he and Meryl Streep get married. Apparently, Meryl Streep and he are an item in real life. That's what my sister-in-law told me yesterday. Oh, I got to make a little notch, a little niche, a niche. Well, or someone gets married and moves to California. I don't know. It was really a clever. Season 2 was so. This last season, I finished watching, and I don't know whether there's going to be more of this or not. The Bear, or Bear. What the heck did I do? What did I do? Why didn't that? Why wouldn't that slide in there? What am I doing wrong, folks? Huh. Well, that's okay. This doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Your season, the last season was really good. The most current one. But they had a lot of famous people. There will be a 4th season of The Bear? Okay. Well, do you know that, Debbie, you know that they have The Bear? Do you know that they have that listed as a comedy? The Bear? I was really taken back when I saw it in the listings as a comedy, because I didn't find it very funny. And someone was asking me, I guess. Yes, very dramatic. I guess it was Kathy Berg that was asking whether that was a realistic portrayal of being, in a kitchen. And I said, yeah, I worked in several kitchens, and I would say I never worked in a kitchen that fancy where they would not be screaming and yelling at one another. But when they would go hands, and all of a sudden the wait staff would show up. And, yeah. All right. Oh, that's great. That was a good show. That show I thought was really well done. I enjoyed Ted Lasso. The only problem is it's on Apple Plus, and I don't have Apple Plus. But I think I would get Apple Plus just to watch Ted Lasso, because I enjoyed that. That was a very funny show. Aye. Okay, Star Wars, yeah. I don't know whether I saw the more current Star Wars stuff. Yes, that's what I'll do, Debbie. Exactly. That's exactly what I'll do. And usually you can get a free month anyway. You just have to probably cop a free, month subscription or something. There. And look, I didn't do it upside down. I mean, if you know me, that's quite the feat right there in of itself. Not to put that in upside down. All right, so let's do this. Let's flip this back over here. I tried sewing this on, but I couldn't, so I had to rip it, and it was a bitch to rip it. But I'm going to use double-sided tape, and then I'll do that again. I love the first Star Wars. I remember seeing the first Star Wars. My husband was babysitting. Dave, the guy that was just in here, was an infant. He was a baby. And it was like my first time out And the woman that shared the room with me in the hospital, she and I went to see the first Star Wars together as our husbands took care of our newborns. Jabba the Hutt. Well, there was a TV show that was on a while back, and it was called Fall Guy. And that was, oh my God, a little intense. And it was like after a nuclear thing took place. Kind of reminded me of Star Wars, but I think it was called Fall Guy. And I can't remember what channel it was on. But it was Netflix? I don't know. It only had a couple of episodes, and it was very creepy. And they had mutant cockroaches that were as big as footballs. It was really, really gross. Oh, okay, The Mandalorian. Okay. I know. Oh my gosh. Yes, the bar scene. Oh God, that is just so Jabba the Hutt. Well, even I was never a Trekkie fan, but even in Star Trek, you have all the really cool, well, Dr. Spock, and you have all, not Dr. Spock, Mr. Spock. Dr. Spock was the baby doctor, right? Oh, really? Suits is coming back with an LA version. Oh, interesting. Fall Guy. Oh, maybe you're right. What the hell name was it? Okay, well, it was like, it's kind of like after the atomic fallout. Maybe it's Fallout. Maybe that's Fallout. Maybe that's the name of it. The Fall Guy is the stunt guy. You're right. Fallout, maybe. Yes. Yes, Safia. We've had this conversation, and you told me it was a game. Yes. Okay. Yep. That's the one I was thinking of. That's the one. That is it. That's exactly the one I was thinking of. Yeah, Fallout. Oh, the Tribbles. Oh my God, I forgot about the Tribbles. And then they made a whole bunch of Star Trek movies too. The Enterprise. All right, let's see if we can. Yeah. I'll try to line it up as best as I can. Asbestos. No. Oh, I almost did it upside down. I checked. All right. Was faithful to the game. Oh, Jesus, I couldn't find this, and it was sitting on my computer. Ah, meatloaf, yes. Every time Becky makes meatloaf, I make meatloaf because I forget. Nothing like a good old meatloaf. See, I don't understand why. Huh? Mine is not to understand why. Mine is just to do and die. Okay. You made meatloaf today? Well, there you go. Meatloaf East Coast and meatloaf West Coast. And what did you have with your meatloaf? Mashed potatoes? Perchance? Time to make meatloaf. Yeah, I don't have any ground beef in the. I did buy ground beef, and I did make meatloaf with it. I got lots of chicken breasts, and I got swordfish, and I've got one small pork loin, tenderloin, pork loin, not a pork tenderloin, but a butter. Oh, butternut squash and green beans. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Sounds good. Went to bed, got struck on the head. And yes, that's the game that the settlers of that one. That's the one that Dave and Alex play. I played that with him a couple of times. Dave's still playing D&D with some of his friends. Mm-hmm. Biscuits and gravy. Why would they be appalled? Does biscuits mean something else in English in England than it means here? Oh, biscuits. Oh, biscuits are cookies, right? That's right. Okay. Aren't biscuits, don't you refer to cookies as biscuits too? So cookies and gravy probably wouldn't sound right. Okay. Come here. Come here. Okay, I gotta cut this off. All right. Yeah. We also have cookies that are a very specific kind of biscuit. Okay. And then what do you call a biscuit? A scone? Yeah, doesn't it? Oh, let's have a scone. Okay, I think that's what I thought. So a biscuit would be a scone. Okay. All righty. Okay, so let's stick this last tag here in the back. Oh, where are you? Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Hiding over there. Okay. Yeah, scones are pretty dense. I mean, a real good, buttermilk biscuit is pretty fluffy. And the scone's pretty dense. And clotted cream, yes, you have to have the clotted cream, which sounds absolutely disgusting. And lemon curd. Was it a new recipe, Becky, that you found that you were using for your biscuits? What did I do with the mushroom? Didn't I have a mushroom here? I was going to go here. Not that I can't find a mushroom. Oh, this is looking good. Okay. All right, let's do the cover. Whoops. Whoopsies. Okay. And it's not quite. How did I screw that up? I don't know. You can screw anything up. Let's see. That's a little bit better. Very decadent, yes, I'm sure. But how do they get it clotted? I'm assuming it's heavy cream. Is it whipped that makes it spreadable? Because, condensed milk is it's almost spreadable. No, it's not like, it's not like cut. It's really fattening. All right. Okay, let's see. Oh, I think we're pretty good on time. It's just like heavier cream, but heavier. I have no idea how they make it. No, the spine is bare. Nothing. The spine is an open spine. Nothing goes on the spine. At least not when I look at I look at the one that's in the book. The spine is just open like that. Okay, I'm going to do that. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's do this. So, this. Okay, let's stick this like here. Whoops. Well, you should make one. Everyone should make one. You see how much fun I've had. This is really a lot of fun. And you just go through all your little bits of stuff. Make stuff. I have a star punch. I would punched out stars. I have to. Well, I was surprised at how Yorkshire pudding is made. That's another interesting English dish. It's not pudding, but it's Yorkshire pudding, and it's served with roast beef drippings, right? And it's a special pan, and you put the batter in, and the hot fat from the roast beef, right? It puffs up, and it's supposed to be. They're like biscuits, but they call it Yorkshire pudding, right? And then it puffs up, and it's hollow in the inside, right? I had it at a very British restaurant on the Thames in London many years ago. Oh, and then leaving it in shallow pans to cool slowly. And it means the cream thickens and forms. Oh, thick clumps. That's the clotted. Okay. Gotcha. Now, see, a recipe like that sounds like to me that something went wrong. You know what I'm saying? It was not intended, and something went wrong, and you ended up with this clotted cream, and then it became a thing. Yeah, it does sound a little like cheese curds. Cheese curds are interesting. When I eat them, I don't like the way they sound. They sound squeaky on my teeth when I eat them. You like Yorkshire pudding? Yes. My mother-in-law used to make Yorkshire pudding, and she was not a good cook at all, but that was something that she made for Doris. That should really go on under that, but that's okay. It's going to go above it. Yorkshire. Poor woman, she would cook the living bejeebies out of vegetables. I mean, she just, oh my God. Her asparagus was gray. Yes, right? It's squeaky, right? It's a squeaky sound when you eat a cheese curd. It's really a weird sound. It's odd. She would cook the shit out of vegetables. Literally, her asparagus would look gray, and it would be like mush. Not appealing at all. Okay, I'm going to stick this here, and I'm going to have to get a Timmy person. So, because we need a Timmy person here. But I'm going to stick this tree here, and probably need like home, or because perishable and the other sticker I have doesn't really work, I don't think, at least not in my mind. Let's put this here like so. Trees I made. Ooh. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Batter, yeah. Batter bowl shaped. But it's a special pop. It's like now I'm thinking of a popover, and that's different than Yorkshire pudding. I got my Yorkshire pudding and popovers mixed up. What do you think I'm running out of time here, but I could put these balloons on here and then have the string. I'll have the string come down and the Timmy person will be holding the string to the balloons. What do you think? Yeah. I got the little strings and the Timmy person can be holding the strings, but I'm running out of time. I've got 6 minutes left. So I think I'm going to. Yeah, the beef drippings. Yeah, that's what yeah, Lydia, that's what I know. Yeah, that doesn't. So what do you think? Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'll glue these on and then I'll get a Timmy person. Bring the string down. The Timmy person will be holding onto the balloons. And then I'll have some sort of wordage. Like home or cheers. They had cheers, but so. Okay. So I'm going to say good night and I'm going to thank everybody again for being. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. That's silly, right? We're going to have the big reveal. Thank you, Dana. I'm just going to walk off and leave you without. All right. So, and I'm going to round these corners too, because I don't like that. I'm going to round those corners. So, all right. So here's the big reveal. You open it up and you go, oh my, look at this. Oh my goodness. Isn't it? Oh, look at this. Oh, look, it keeps on. Oh, look at this. Oh, wow. You just keep on opening it and opening it and opening it and opening it. Oh, this is so fun. It's like almost like a little pop-up book. Isn't that cute? Oh, I love it. Is that not fun? Man alive. And you can just kind of flip it back and forth. Whee! I'm very happy with how that came out. And you could hang it up. You could, right? You could hang it up and then fold it up. Okay. Well, thank you again. And next week, I don't know what I'll be doing, but I will show you the, and I'll have a Timmy person holding the balloons and a couple of other little things, and it'll be done. So have a wonderful week. And remember, if you can't be good, be careful and be fabulous. Thank you. Bye-bye.